What's up, my fellow humans? Welcome back to the Debt Sucks podcast, the place where we break down the money BS, punch debt in the face, and do it all with a little sarcasm, a little strategy, and a whole lot of what the hell is happening in this economy. I'm Ben Matthews, bankruptcy attorney by day, financial realist by choice, and a professional eye roller when I see dumb money advice on TikTok. And speaking of weird signs from the financial apocalypse, I was driving the other day and saw a big old billboard that just said, "Stop hiring humans." Stop hiring humans. Cool, cool, cool. Now, how do I pay rent? Yep, that was it. Just a casual reminder that maybe your job won't exist in 5 years because Dave, the regional manager, is being replaced by Dave Bot 3000. Cool, cool, cool. I mean, totally not terrifying. Today's episode, we're talking about automation, job insecurity, and what the hell you're supposed to do when the world keeps saying do better, but also you're obsolete. Let's dive in. Segment 1, the real fear behind the sign. So here's the thing about that billboard, "Stop hiring humans." It's not totally wrong. Creepy? Absolutely. But wrong? Not really. Everywhere you look, machines are replacing people. Self-checkouts that glare at you when you bag something unexpected. AI writing emails that sound more polite than your boss ever did. Fast food kiosks that don't forget your fries. Customer service bots that are just human enough to be unsettling. And even legal document prep. I see you, robot lawyer startup. And when you're already living paycheck to paycheck, busting your butt, trying to pay down debt or just stay afloat, the idea of being replaced is more than scary. It's straight up paralyzing. But take a breath. Seriously, because this isn't the first time the world has freaked out over technology. People lost their minds when the internet showed up. You're going to shop online? From your couch? Madness. Before that, folks were terrified of electricity, cars, even books at one point. And let's not forget fire. Yeah, fire. I wasn't around for that one, but I hear it was lit. Okay, all right, sorry about that. Point is, the system is shifting. Yes, change is uncomfortable, but you've got something AI doesn't. Adaptability, resilience, and the ability to cry in the shower and get back up the next day. Here's what I want to remind you of. You are not your job title. You are not your productivity. And you are definitely not your replacement cost on some corporate spreadsheet. You are a whole-ass human being trying to make life work. And you've survived this kind of shift before, even if you didn't know it at the time. So no, we're not just going to sit here and cry into our ramen. We're going to make a plan. Because the robots may be coming, but they can't out-hustle a human with a purpose. Segment 2, what to do when your paycheck feels fragile. Let's talk about how to prep your finances when your job feels about as secure as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Step 1 is to build your Shit Happens Fund. I don't care if it's $50 or $500. This is not optional anymore. This fund is your don't freak out yet money. Lost a shift? Car broke down? Layoff rumors swirling? Your Shit Happens Fund is the buffer between, this sucks, and oh no, I'm screwed. Step 2, embrace the piledriver method. If you're new here, the piledriver method means you keep making minimum payments on your debt while you save up money under the surface. You're not stalling, you're stabilizing. So when something big happens, you strike with a payoff, a pivot, or a parachute. And step 3, income flexibility is your new best friend. I'm not saying go drive Uber tomorrow, but I am saying look around and ask, what can I sell? What can I teach? What skills do I have that someone else finds annoying and would pay to avoid? Hell, I once paid someone to build IKEA furniture. That's not a hustle, it's a salvation. Segment 3, future-proofing your finances while you're still human. Now let's talk long game. Robots might take the jobs, but they can't take your choices. Here's where you bring in your level up money plan. Know your income, even if it changes week to week. Track your non-negotiables, aka the bills you can't ghost. Cut what doesn't serve your survival or your joy. Use any leftover cash, your hammer, to build savings, kill debt, or grow options. And listen, don't wait until you're in a crisis to get real about this. Because robots don't have emotions. But humans, We panic buy subscriptions and $28 salads when we're stressed. So let's plan now while we're calmish. And let me be clear, you don't need to become a software engineer overnight. You just need to become the boss of your own plan. Segment 4, if you can't beat the bots, maybe partner with them. Look, I get it. Seeing that stop hiring human sign can make you want to scream into a throw pillow and apply for a job as a lighthouse keeper. But maybe, and hear me out here, instead of trying to outrun the robots, you hire them. That's what I did. You're listening to a podcast that I hope, but yes, some of this episode was drafted with a little help from AI. Not because I'm lazy, but because I'm smart enough to know that tools are only dangerous if you don't know how to use them. AI isn't some magical overlord. It's a tool, like a calculator or a crock pot, or your cousin Greg who only shows up when you're moving and wants the beer first. The point is, this tech doesn't have to replace you. It can empower you. Want to start a side hustle? Use AI to brainstorm names, write copy, or help you build a website. Trying to upskill? There are AI tutors that can teach you anything from coding to car repair. Need help organizing your money? Some AI tools can help you track spending, build savings goals, or even negotiate bills. But here's the catch. You still have to drive. AI won't care if you skip your goals. It won't judge if you ghost your budget. It just sits there waiting for instructions. So yeah, maybe the world is changing. Maybe the job you thought was safe isn't anymore. But that doesn't mean you curl up and tap out. You adapt, you evolve, you upgrade your toolkit. And just like I did with this podcast, maybe you stop seeing AI as the enemy and start seeing it as the weird, slightly robotic coworker who makes you better at what you do. Just don't let it name your baby. Trust me on that one. Listener question. Ben, I heard automation's going to wipe out 40% of the jobs in the next decade. Is it even worth trying to get ahead financially? Short answer, yes. Long answer, hell yes. Look, I get the fear, truly. But giving up on your future because the world might change is like refusing to brush your teeth because they might fall out someday. That's not strategy, that's surrender. And here's the part a lot of people miss. Yeah, AI and automation are replacing some jobs, but they're also creating entire careers we couldn't even imagine 10 years ago. AI trainers, prompt engineers, virtual storefront designers, people who make money teaching others how to use AI. Heck, someone's probably making six figures right now giving ChatGPT relationship advice. This isn't about doom, it's about adapting. You don't need millions. You need a little savings, a clear plan, and the confidence that if something goes down, you've got options. Whether that's pivoting careers, starting something new, or just not panicking when the headlines get wild. So yes, it's definitely worth it, even if you do get replaced by a Roomba with ambition and a resume.
Hey, let's get real for a sec. The Debt Sucks plan, it's awesome. It works, but not everyone has the time or the patience to chip away at their financial Mount Everest. Maybe you're drowning right now, like creditors calling your grandma, paycheck gone before it lands, sleepless nights count of drowning. Sound familiar? Listen, you don't have to white knuckle your way through this alone. Instead of spending years battling debt $1 at a time, I've got you. Bankruptcy isn't a failure, it's a fresh start. And sometimes hitting reset is the smartest thing you can do. At my law firm here in South Carolina, we take the time to listen to your story and help you figure out if bankruptcy is the right choice for you. No pressure, no judgment, just straight answers and real solutions. And if you don't live in South Carolina, don't worry. I can connect you with a trusted attorney in your state. Wherever you are, help is closer than you think. So if you're ready to stop the stress and start fresh, visit debtsucks.info to share a little about your situation or call my office for a free consultation. Let's find your path forward together, because sometimes you don't need a plan, you need a damn lifeline. Let me be that lifeline.
All right, my fellow carbon-based life forms, here's the deal. Robots are fast. Corporations are shady. The job market, basically one bad tweet away from collapse. But you You're still in charge of how you respond. So let's make a move. Build your Shit Happens Fund. Use the pile driver method if you're drowning in debt. Start your level up money plan even if it's messy. Grab the free tools at debtsucks.info. Seriously, they're free. Like cheaper than a paperclip subscription on Temu. Also, if this episode made you laugh, think, or just feel a little less alone in this robot takeover we call life, do me a favor. Like, follow, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who needs it. Your support keeps this podcast going and might just help someone else break free from their own financial freakout. And remember, adulting is hard. It's harder with debt. But with a plan, some humor, and a little human grit, you've got this.